Alright, so today could possibly be a rant. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure it out as we go. But today what I want to cover and talk about is, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I used to go into work at 3. So that means I'd be up by midnight, get my stuff ready, and out the door and go do all that good stuff. But right now, being 4 o'clock in the morning, there's 3 young teenagers out and about. And you can't help but wonder, 4 o'clock in the morning, what is so important that you gotta be out and about walking the streets? I remember hearing stories from my elders about doing things as such in the 60s. I'm not justifying it. I'm just trying to do a comparison. 60s and 70s, they used to be out and about, and it was a little bit more of neighbors and neighborhoods that knew each other. And as I'm heading to work and, I see these individuals, I think to myself, there is this thing called the American dream, right? And the American dream slogan really took off in the 80s. If you can think of a goal, then you put your best foot forward, it would come true. You would start your business, you would do your thing, and you would flourish. And now, there's some kids, some teenagers too, young adults, making lots of money on YouTube. They don't even have to go to work. If they would apply themselves and put that revenue into some form of investments, then they would be a million years ahead of the game. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure they're just like general population living paycheck to paycheck. So think about that, the American dream. If you have a dream, you can make it happen. And I remember I told my kids once, if you pay attention to TV in the news outlets, they talk about deficit and trillions and billions of dollars. If they're talking about that amount of money and you don't have a dollar in your pocket and you're living in America, you're doing something wrong. And then just like that, it hit me. Wait a minute. We live in America. The next slogan is home of the brave because of the free. Yeah? Wrong. It's home of the free because of the brave. But that first part that I said is how they're pitching it to us now. And now I think about it, I don't think you're free. Stop for a second, look at the neighborhood you live in, and tell me that it is a beautiful neighborhood. And the cherry on top would be that every time you step out, your neighbor says hello. You always start talking with just random folks. You go get a coffee, someone goes with you, or you don't even know the person, but you know they're from your neighborhood and they talk. You go to the store and it's always a chatterbox, but instead we're all keeping to ourselves. We all stay indoors. We're isolated, not to mention what happened a couple years ago. We're not going to talk about those lost years. So are we really free? Is this nation truly great like it used to be? Back to these children that are out and about in the street. The first thing I got to think is, where are your parents at? I have a young adult who constantly says, hey dad, can I stay out? I'll be back tomorrow. And I'm like, no, you can't. You can go out, but you got to come back. And the question I keep asking that young adult of mine is, why do you have to go out so late? Why can't you go out, get up at 7 in the morning and leave all day, do what you got to do during the day? Because at night there is no actual business that's open running that is producing anything positive. Most of it is club life that is trying to get you sedated so you don't advance forward. At night, it's all about alcohol. Again, keeps you asleep while you continue dreaming. Some folks work graveyard. They hate their life. And eventually they die on Monday morning. So think about what you're doing, because none of it makes sense.